dynamics on this roster are having to take up that mantle, but it's a map that Fallen should be very comfortable with as well, so that secondary calling could be a big facet. Going into this pistol round, already a lot of aggression, and Yuri challenging all the way down mid. Carson forced back by a Molotov straight into his watchful eyes, and so Furia start off this pistol with a man up.
Yuri's still staying quite aggressive, and they've realized that, but he's only buying space for the banana push to come through. Art and Cello have gone forward. Maki, the only one to find a frag.
And niko, you know, you have the experienced player coming in to take in-game leadership, but then as well now he's not doing that. You know, it's the Fury find themselves in a bit of a weird spot, and I think there's a conversation to be had about whether or not they could be upset, especially when we think about how brutal the Swiss system could be. But Fury are just showing so much confidence, so much assertion in the early phases of rounds. Nouns don't feel comfortable at all with how these rounds are starting.
That looked like Carson had the right idea. Yuri doesn't go down though, just keeps himself alive long enough to then retrieve the AWP from Fallen's hands, trades out weapons, and now reinforcing that A site. Again, this aggression down mid is catching Nouns off guard.
I will say, you know, Furia is a team that kind of felt like they lost their identity a little bit. You know, so much of it felt like it was structured around Art being aggressive. But when you've got Yuri firing on all cylinders, who needs Art? This man could be an aggressive component for this Furia roster. This is very encouraging signs to see out of a Furia that, yeah, maybe have hit some instability, but now that they're in the Americas, now they're in these RMRs, I mean, they're showing a lot of conviction already.
Oh no, Molotov right to himself, but it's kxgo over there to pick up two big frags, make it three. The MP9 spray master, kxgo.
Pretty poor spot, low HP, Molotov's himself out. That weirdly kind of sets kxgo up to feast on Nouns, just thinking they found a gap, a vulnerability they could exploit.
And this could be troublesome because Nouns, you know, I think especially since... What is the trade-off going to be? Fallen maintaining a very aggressive angle. It's something he used to be famous for, but not able to get the shot off right now. And George is punished only to be traded by Yuri twice over. Yuri maintains his
punch
fire.
In the face.
Molotov over to Yuri, trying to force him out. Is a little bit late to spread in, but Marquis still punishes. Now kxgo found as well. He's expecting the short push to maybe come through, but instead it's the verticality that catches him off. That's a danger of Marquis.
I mean, those are massive entries there from Marquis. That second...
2 more inches on the waistband and he would have been gone. Art, however, still looking to compete inside this round. They've got so much money from earlier on, and Art wants to just continue to punish Carson. Now, not able to find the first. Art just walks in with a triple kill. They're not going to concede for free. And that's exactly what Nouns has in mind now. Cello will have the cover of a Molotov, one that Carson cannot go through. Carson won't even be given a chance, though. It will be just the flame to take him out. Art continues to fight, but not completely committing. Waiting for George to push forward. I don't think he realized how close George was. Might have expected him to back off. But even so, rotations have come through. Reinforcements are here in the form of Fallen, and Art doesn't need reinforcements. Good for another frag made to the feet of CJ. And Fallen just closing the distance. The AWP isn't one more smoke that's left and immediately deployed back towards CT. They need to find some ground. If they just sit in the back of the bomb site, this is going to be primed up for a good nade from kxgo to do some serious damage.
The big thing will be the timing here for Yuri. He's slowed things down dramatically over towards Banana, and his teammates are taking fights and trying to keep them locked in. Junior, lovely shot into Fallen. But kxgo actually trailing and wanting to go in for that trade, it's just not going to be allowed. Furia are instead moving to contain them. Nouns have to stay within this bomb site. Furia have conceded the round. Finally, Nouns break through with a bomb plant. They'll break through with the round as well, but there should be, and there will be, no survivors from the North Americans. We don't have AKs across the board. It's Galil's instead here for Nouns, and so that one-shot headshot isn't as much of a factor.
Carson accelerates, good for one, but can't make it two. Cello's there on the trade. He doesn't feel afraid of the flames. Marquis as well. Definitely the main man for Nouns, not just now. It feels like he has been for about 6 months or so, but Fallen is here to watch out for him. Another missed shot, but Yuri's done the same. Yuri catches him on the fade back in, and his position is known, but he just keeps on fragging. Nothing you can do about it. Yuri coming up massive.
What have they done to Yuri? Who is this man? So fearless on all of these fights. This man's a multi-kill machine right now for Furia.
15-1. 15-1, and now he goes to 16 when he's got 8 HP
put more
left.
Pressure back onto the A side.
Fallen's played this angle before. He has to be careful to not just get pre-fired down. In the meanwhile, though, actually ends up hitting the shot this time over and will be assisting with a nade down short. Yuri's going to keep himself alive behind that smoke, but what's the plan coming out from Carson? He wants to close the distance, but he's gone to the flames. kxgo not even needing to lift a finger to take him down. And already Nouns have lost 2 players before they can even think about breaching the bomb site. This crossfire is looking impossible to get past. Fallen's covering off long. Yuri takes first contact. George is low, and now this is where kxgo needs to get involved. But even there, Fallen keeps it going. Massively in towards the mid-bracket side, but to be this close, he is found out. Marky, good kill to get, but is he ready for the second? Will it matter? Art is able to adjust. CJ had the advantage, but can't make use of it. And this is where Art is still playing with these smokes. The Brazilians cannot be defeated when they are given cover like they are.
I mean, still a 3-on-3, but they've got so much presence. kxgo, that's a big fight to have lost out on. George able to adjust his spray in time. That was the bomb. A very isolated fight, but Carson just can't link back up with this play over towards A. Cello trapped behind that smoke. But now they'll have a second prong to retake with, but Cello goes spamming, and they spam right back. Man advantage here for Nouns, and a clutch for Art to try and pull through.
Art's got a Molotov. He can force Marky out of position over here and then push him forward. Now, Marky's smoke could counter that one out, so you shouldn't be too worried about it. But the problem is George is low. He's taking first contact. I love that. Nouns bring their second. Fallen smoked off, goes past it. He just doesn't care. He knows Yuri is here. Right, so he's unfazed about the possibility of missing, and this time he doesn't miss, even able to get away to safety. Yuri gives him that cover fire, and a Molotov down at bracket means that Fallen and Yuri can both retreat. There's 4 players on this site, and Nouns are still committed without knowing what lies in wait. Rotation will at least blur the numbers together a little bit more, but Cello is still holding it down, and he's not going to expose himself to Carson. Time is running low. There's only 30 seconds left. And Nouns simply cannot breach. They're running out of numbers. They've got 2 Molotovs, and they need to be perfectly placed. kxgo, no smokes present, but he can just play mini pit instead. He's so comfortable with this crossfire that's being built up. Yuri's still alive as well. Cello good for the first, traded out, but that's where kxgo excels. Yuri's still alive. They need to know this. They have to know this. But Junior reveals his position and reveals his ignorance as well. 10-2 Furia. 2 Molotovs to the back of the bomb site, full execute out to B, and Carson has to interrupt and disrupt, but no, he's just been taken down through the smoke. George is going to be able to frag out quickly with the double kill. I mean, the setup that they still have maintained on the A site. Now listen, Yuri does have a smoke. If he wants to rotate back, this could be a full A hit, but Art is alone and they know it. They've only heard a single pair of footsteps, and an easy, clean shot will deal with him. Now it's a 2-on-2 on the B site. Smoke has been deployed. George at the back of the bomb site is waiting for the bomb plot to come in, but no, he takes contact first. He's setting up for a push through the smoke from Junior. CJ is giving them footsteps so that they don't think that there's a second player inside that very smoke. They're being so worried, and contact is made. Junior and George finish. At the same time, Junior is still aggressive on short. Shadow spotted, Art gone. kxgo right behind him will trade. And what a flash it was, but it will not matter. CJ not peeking up fast enough. Fallen given the chance to recover, and Marky can't do the same. A 3-on-2 now, as Nouns are going to be forced to stay back.
As they finally attain their first round moving into this T side. Nouns may have won the pistol, the follow-up. But here on their bonus against the rifles, they will concede. Really fault in their setups or the way they played.
Oh my god!
What is...
He doesn't have a head anymore!
That's one hell of a lineup there from Art, but he is punished for trying to move past those smokes. CJ had the elevated angle on short side. But here's that wrap that's exposed. Cello heard the steps over towards long, so he knows that CJ was nearby, and I think CJ may have just spotted Cello compromising this spawn position. Carson has to be very worried, but George locking things down over towards Banana. They try running through this smoke down at the bottom of B, and George has feasted upon their remains. Furia get outdone by George on B.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might have just jumped too early thinking they're about to cross the smoke, because it felt like George had...
George basically has a much harder time getting any of these kills. That is a hell of a shot from Art.
Insane,
that's ridiculous that he lined it up so perfect.
Yep, look at this. Like, I actually think that because of the way the CS2 smokes are slightly different, where it will be deeper if it's, sort of compressed together, they're forced to fall back. CJ, second volley, needs to be deployed very soon. Does go forward, wants to get aggressive, wants to find a frag, but no one's giving him the opportunity. Going into the smoke, threatening a push forward, but CJ's completely routed him out. Still traded out is Fallen, though. Rather, by Fallen. And Maki, alive and bit, drops the bomb. Time's now suddenly ticking down a little bit further. 2 versus 4. kxgo and Yuri, generally the players you want to see, but Maki is not giving them anything to work with. A nade to the smoke as well. kxgo disrupted. Maki is playing this perfectly, and George is now here to assist. 1v4. kxgo needs to suss out the Mexican in pit. Marky found out, taken down, but that's given space to Carson to come into play from a part.
4A here for Nouns.
CJ is once again boosted. Oh, the peak is not going to come with the flashbang. He's relying on the flame pillar.
Utility available for this retake. No Molotovs, though. kxgo taking first duel inside of construction and Fallen right there to try and plug up that gap. But the fact that they're down that extra man, Fallen doesn't want to leave cello in a compromised position. He's spotted. They know that they've got Fallen locked in, and Marky will be his undoing. A 1-on-3 here for cello, and he's fighting out in the open. He wants this face, but the smoke that will meet and greet him in the face. cello, a lovely spray transfer for a sec.
Executing here won't be easy.
Tried to throw a bit of a fake, but Nouns have not bit down. George trying to play ahead of the smoke, and kxgo gets floored. There's no one spacing quite quick enough to go for that trade, and Carson went overlooked. George even taking that through the smoke in CT. Furia not able to scale properly onto this bomb site. Have to deal with Carson, but Junior, in fact, finds another one on the spam. That CT smoke has proven to be their undoing, but Art going in for that plant. cello there to cover. This is still recoverable here for Furia.
Junior's holding down the right line, but he might need to get a flick if cello is the first one making contact. Art's afraid. He knows he can't really push forward, but at the same time, the numbers advantage is too much to deal with. Art falls and Nouns on 9. So many half-buy banana peels from teams. This can't be one of them. George waiting, position perfect, good for one, not the second. Great damage across 2 different players, but is it going to be picked up on? The Deck 9s and the Hero AK can still be incredibly deadly, but look at this rotation. And he's even holding down the angle already. Junior's been given space because Furia can't pull the trigger fast enough. Junior, however, can. Molotov not deployed. He's stuck around the corner. He needs to show up right now. Needs to come up big with the multi-frag. His teammates are locked in. kxgo located. And now he's being given the chance. Good for 2 already. A 2-on-2 back into it. Yuri's giving him the assist. And kxgo now just needs to find Marky. That's all that separates them. Yuri on the AWP. Flashed up as well. This is going to be troublesome. He's swinging around. Right in the corner he goes. And it's a nick of time as
Junior on this AWP that they want to try and set up.
So far, they haven't really been contending the mouth of Banana as much. Carson just seems to be the man who they send forward as a lamb to be sacrificed. Junior, this would be the time to start hitting some nutty shots, as the kids call it. George around the corner, shadow spotted, ducking into certain death, and Junior still right behind. kxgo's been left to lurk. It does feel like Nouns is losing control, and it feels like they're losing this map as well. Marky low, tagged up, located, and Yuri is taken down. Maybe Marky's got it in him, but when he misses that shot, it's all gone. Junior is in an impossible retake.
How on earth do you bridge this back? A 1-on-4, you said it's impossible. I'd say you're right. But there's long for him to actually get in, and it does look like Furia will finally be able to close a convincing CT side start from Furia. But even if there were some shakes towards the end, there will be no...
Bestia made them work.
Here we go. cello, close angle now. Gilbert is in hand. Oh, Cadian absolutely bodies him. Art now. Going to be looking to open this up and bring it a little bit more level. Yuri on the sidelines, taking down the IGL of Liquid, and oh my dear lord, it's all falling apart. With Fallen and kxgo remaining against 4, executing onto this site, but it's going to be difficult with no utility to speak of at all. kxgo against the world, against Bestia. Yeah, they just shot pretty hard, and that's what it came down to. And the best of ones, they are brutal. Only 1 more left for both of these teams. 1 will go up to the 2-0 bracket, the other down to the 0-2. cello there. Quick little trade onto Yakinda. Maybe able to recover that AK as well. This double scout setup here from Art and Fallen. Rolling back the ears a little bit as they try and find some frags, but twistzz. He's a little sneaky inside of apartments.
I like this, getting proactive. Right way to kind of utilize his AK-47. There's no point in having it passive and sitting back onto his side. cello can do some damage and he will. Cadian gets clipped. And that'll at least give Splant, but the numbers don't favor them. How do they fight off the pressures of Fury getting back in towards the site?
This is the proactive engagements that we need to be seeing Yakinda playing. On the edge of this smoke, seeing what he can find, but instead it is just going to be twistzz jumping on up, taking Yuri out of the round. Art now inside of CT with the backup there from Fallen, who finds his first frag off the back of that scout. Line up here for Yakinda, and it was laboured. Now just skulls. Brazil on Brazil in this round as he goes for the swing and taken down by the IGL of Fury.
Fury creeping their way forward, and Cadian's going to get a lot of info early here. Up through con, going to be tested in a second, just over towards stairs. A rifle lurks and waits, and it's none other than the beast himself, K-Terato. On the other side of the map, that fly lance on towards cello, and a cat smoke will come down to give them coverage on the cross. Yuri needs him out of him. Had a great game yesterday, only good for one, gets dropped by Cadian. We question what he can do today, and that's a very important kill to give them coverage of that side.
Yeah, look where the rest of Fury are, though. They're posted up over towards A. The fact that they're positioning to
double stacking so they can play trades. And this is a world in which nafly can get caught here. He might not expect this. Granted, Brazilian teams are known for their aggression, so he's sort of a kid, he's sort of aware, and he will get one. Art gonna fall, and so's cello. Caught up.
Fallen needs to find his frag on the skulls here, and he does exactly that. Rips his skull out of his body. 4v3. Fallen. Even needs to swing this one or play off the back of Yuri. And the timing there. Yakinda hasn't approached as of yet. And as he does, he gets taken down also. 3 versus 3. Cadian, look at the lurk on the B bomb site. But there's a Fallen ready and waiting for him. It's an AWP v AWP battle in the next couple of moments. Is he gonna sneak in? Fallen waiting for the approach. 30 seconds on the clock. Something needs to happen here. Cadian, audio cue heard. Not gonna be expecting Fallen this close, and the flick is clean. Now just Naf and a 1 versus 3. Just see on the other side of the map, taken down also. Difficult for Naf to be able to do much here, but I mean, you just need to go with 20 seconds.
It's too big of an ask, surely. 1v3 for Naf, and we've spoken about his individual form. No chance here.
Fury wouldn't have been as clean as he would have liked anyway. With Yuri on this boost as well. Wow, he wasn't expecting that one. Yakinda on the sidelines, and twistzz pushing up connector, traded out. K-Terato finds one also.
Really good response, cello. Doubling back in for a bit of support himself. Mike did a crack at it as K-Terato will find skulls. nafly is going to have to settle with a bomb plant. Any kills will be a luxury, and one that he's not given.
Final timeout being used there from Liquid also. Maybe that'll come back to bite them later on. Util committed from both sides.
Skulls is such a lucky man to stay alive. That nade just too shallow to find him. And Cadian going to get one through the smoke as K-Terato. At a head loss, down he falls, and the bomb will be planted. The pressure on the shoulders is hard. Falls to the hands of twistzz, and now they set themselves up in a post plant. Look at that from nafly, catching Yuri in rotation. That should be the round. Furia, 2 remaining and retaking with an AWP. Surely no chance. cello, oh my god, cello. He goes in for an upgrade. Naf gonna swing.
Fair enough, that's fine.
cello will drop him, I think, still, and make this one work in their favor. Not the greatest start for Yakinda. Art's actually getting really active himself. One of the things that makes Art so scary at times. More than happy to die for the cause. Getting a kill before that trade, but nafly really, really well played. We saw Twi.
Right now, they know there is one person on B and not much else.
Good timing, great timing. Fallen, flash in the corner, forced away. cello is meant to try and meet that insurance policy in through short, but Art's going to catch Cadian, who was meant to try and get that space. It all goes a little bit skew whiff as K-Terato will fall. I don't think Furia have the leeway to get back in towards his site. Smoking through door, and nafly spamming away as well. He gets getting mighty close to the angles. Art gets boosted up, but Yuri gonna answer back as nafly falls. Yakinda now has to go for at least one. Coming out of door, and he will not get it. Flops his line, swing on towards the low play. Yakinda's gonna fall. Had to isolate the fight there and can't. And all down to twistzz. The experience is not good enough and can only get one.
Over towards
Palace bomb.
Side of Liquid. Yeah.
Oh, shot from cello. Very important. And now we need to see his fall and try and replicate. Art at range, trying to keep his comrade alive. And my god, he gets mighty close. A lot of damage dealt, and Yuri will clean it up. twistzz will fall. Bomb goes down. That's saving grace, but nafly side swipe from stairs as Art will answer back. 2v5 and Cody, I don't think really have a why not give it another go? This might be just a straight B-pop. But Art's got a great timing on below a spotted 2. Cello in trouble. No scope, not quite connecting. He could be under a lot of pressure, but he will get one. Skulls at the very least gets a trade, but Cello to find anything there is magic. From the secondary AWP, and Yuri gonna try and elevate this side in through market. It all goes quiet as the bomb goes down, and Arc from above finding one from the heavens as Skulls gets caught. All posted behind that smoke, and Cadian now actually completely out of this round in terms of his position, and Arc finds one more. Leading from the front, leading by example, and Arc causing a ruckus in through short. Pop shot from Cadian, not quite connecting, has fallen, makes a pistol work. It's all down to one man, and Cadian's got to call and fight a masterclass, but I don't think he's going to be given the luxury.
TK.
Team killed from Arc, though. What's he doing? He's giving chances to Cadian.
Time! Do they have it? Oh my good God, it's going to be so, so close. I think they do, by the skin of their teeth.
Under way too much pressure. Very nearly pulls off something on timing alone, like we still spoke about. Oh, making that round a little bit harder than it should have been. But Cello, it worked once before. This time working again. Nav gonna get caught. Important kill and falling up close. Can't make it a double. But the AK's there to bail him out. Has fallen. Head on a swivel. Get one. Won't be given the luxury of falling away. But Cadian again.
I mean, hell, if he can kill Cello here, who's been so crisp and so clean on the AK, then maybe he has a chance. 30 seconds on the timer. Bomb now going to get planted. Advantageous for him, especially with the AWP in hand. 45 points of damage remaining. Can he find this palace, this apartments player?
Double through apps as well as the big thing. Long rotate from mid, from Art. The question is about spacing, right? Yuri's going to take first contact. Art's in behind. And Yuri pumps the brake to a tad. But Cadian makes it a 1v1. IGL versus IGL. But this time, Cadian's got the position. Got the play. No one's in market, my friend. All the time to work with as Cadian starts to move around that pillar. He might just get a bomb. Is planted quite advantageously for him. On the corner as well. Oh, gets spotted. Tap. Gonna come through in a second. Cadian, he might just stick it. Oh, this played that to perfection.
Has he got it?
Cadian, he might have bought enough time and he's done it. Cadian has made that work for him. A 1v3 on timing alone. I said Liquid needed a fifth, and Cadian calls a masterclass and plays that so well in towards
for a couple. Gain that information that, hey, there's nobody here right now. Cello on the swing, but it's the dual brothers, the fire rate, the high mag coming out on top with Skulls, picking up one on Art also. Here they come, out onto the bomb site. Cadian blind, still finding the frag. Yuri on the side, not going to be able to find anything at all. And kxgo, no man's land against 5, taken out of it. Liquid.
The smoke comes down, and now no one's in towards Con. twistzz is playing this perfectly. He's going to get all of these audio cues here without any sort of fight. The only real onus here is what Skulls can do out through jungle. Something magical needed from him. He's going to be caught from behind, but the flash will bail him out. Skulls a lucky man to still be alive, as just as he was about to die, Cadian pops a flash and Skulls will pop out for 2. Brilliant work. We asked what this man can do on CT side. He's left Art and kxgo on an island, and kxgo all to do, so little HP to work with. Skulls and Yakindar combined beautifully.
39 individual players across the 11 teams at the RMR who have never played at a major. Fallen's played at 14. He's the most decorated one, so it's understandable why people look up to him. Waiting for someone to lurk into his crosshair. Yuri can't be expecting this one, can he? No, he cannot. Head ripped clean off his shoulders, looking for Cello as well. And caught his trousers down. Cello whiffs the first shot, and spamming the corpse. Yeah, you get out of our spawn. This is my one. Recovers the AK, and now the rotate round towards this A bomb site. The man advantage. This is looking scary for Liquid.
I'm worried that Skulls might overface it.
This is Aggie.
There's rifles around this corner. Gotta get that kill. He fluffs his lines. kxgo crouch peeking around the corner. That's huge.
They've got time to back up.
Yeah, Fury don't need to come over the smoke from twistzz, but nobody facing for him just yet. As kxgo tries to take a fight and takes damage. Both dealt. They will get the site. Bomb gonna go down as well. As Cello finds the first one towards twistzz, Yuri will add to Yakindar. We said there's a timing play from NaV, and it has to be bountiful. As NaV waits on timing, here's the reload of Yuri and Yuri spots nobody on the swing. NaV gets 1, gets 2 as well. NaV's pulling off something here. Nothing in towards the smoke, and they've got to go now. Nothing spotted. kxgo pounces. Down goes NaV, and down go Liquid Furia. Fine 9. If you're playing into those back triple like that, but it works wonderfully. They just have such confidence. Speaking of confidence, Cello, this is madness. Already out towards sight, and he fluffs his lines. Swung upon, Skulls labor, but to get the kill nonetheless.
Plenty of time to be able to mess around with here. Yakindar. They both spot each other at almost the same time, but Art comes out on top.
Skulls under a lot of pressure, double flash as well, full blind, not got a clue in hell where he is. And actually,
This is what we need.
Twistzz might just phase the smoke. Skull's gonna get two. So important to deny pressure on towards the A site as Furia still trying to find coverage. And Twistzz, like we said, sticks around in the smoke to pull one. Looking for a second as well as Art. Has to lead from the front, has to lead by example here, but too many options, too many choices, and he can't make up his mind like a deer in
Opportunities for them over towards the bomb site. Yeah, time is ticking down. Here comes a push. Looks like they actually position themselves over towards that B bomb site. kxgo taking down Nikinda, of course, weakened up earlier on. cello off angle held, taken down NaV. Now Twistzz on the rotate, and wow, completely bodied by Fallen. cadiaN has to perform a miracle on this B site once again. Takes down one, goes for the angle on the swing, baits out the shot. Now going to be pushing straight on through window, onto the site, spots the gun barrel. Oh, he does just whiff the shot though. Going to be looking for a little bit more here. Skulls push on through, finds the header one, takes out Yuri, and now in this 1 versus 2 is kxgo as he picks up the final 2 kills of the bomb planted. And now
have a buy to work with in towards this. Neither side has long-term economy built up. So a very important swing round, we like to call these. Swing and a find by Fallen. Present Shay as it, the professor steps up.
Instead of the aggressive angle we've known to come and love from him, he's just going to swing off the back of this smoke. Oh no, a little bit more cautious here. He is. He's just going to wait for the fade. Here's the bomb get tapped, and now he goes for the swing, but cello was ready and waiting for him. The tap through the smoke takes him down. Twistzz now going to be able to pick up 2. And cello fall to the wayside. Now with the bomb planted, a 3 versus 3. AK's in the hands, and Yuri. Oh, hello. You're taking a leaf out of NaV's book. On the rotate round from B. Flash, molly into firebox. Fallen, burning, so's kxgo. We need to see Yuri reactivate himself here. And here it is, the lurk. He's been so long in the making. Is Twistzz even thinking about this one? NaV's on the bomb. Here comes the swing, needs to go for the spam. Does manage to find him, and now just one more body to find. The off angle being held from Nikinda. It might be enough, it might be long, but no, Fallen.
Peaks it. They know these overextensions have been costly. The question is, will one be costly towards Furia? Because cadiaN gonna pop for one of his own. Pop flash around that corner, trying to find something. He will get out of dodge just about. Art will hear all of this information, but cello gonna find one of his own. Nikinda falls, and this now gives an opportunity for Furia to close this on the corner. cadiaN cleared by Art.
Twistzz being silent. I love this. Just waiting for the timing, waiting for someone to swing into him because they think, oh, surely he would have executed by this point. But kxgo swings it. Oh, but a little bit of a body block. It's fine though. He's still been able to come out on top. Skulls inside of the smoke. Is he going to be going for another fadeaway play here inside of Ninja? But kxgo's ready for it. nafly once again lurking over the other side of the map. It's not going to work out in his favour. It's absolutely nothing for him to be able to play around with. And cello going to be able to close it out. Commiserations to Liquid. They go down 0. They're now 1-on-1. We'll throw it back to the desk.